Hi, welcome to Tech Rudranshi, and in this part we will see Animate.CSS. Using this CSS library, we can give a nice animation to our HTML content. And in this part we will write code line by line and we will understand step by step. And also I will give a link to download the source code of this video in a video description. So you don't need to write a code, just watch my video and understand how animate.css work. So let's see a quick demo and understand. So let's see a quick demo and then we will write a code. So there are the hundreds and thousands of animate.css classes. So let's put on our code and see the demo, right? So this is swing, this is Zelo class. Let's copy and paste it here, right? And let's see, let's refresh. So it should look perfect, right? You can put one by one and see the all the animation effects using these classes, right? So this is a roll in, so let's copy and paste it here. This is a roll in, save and refresh, right? So all the animation effects is nice and it gives a nice effect to our HTML content, right? So this is a flip in X, right? So it's a flip in X class, right? And this thing we will complete using animate.css, right? So this library, yeah, this is the CSS library to animate the HTML content, right? So let's create a project. I'm currently on htdoc, right? And here I will create a project using NetBeans, right? You can create a project manually as well in a htdoc, right? But I'm using NetBeans, right? So PHP project and next, and here you need to give a project name, right? You can give any name of your project. Let's finish it. So it will create a index.php file automatically for us, right? And here we will write a code. So we need some CSS files and we will make this login form, right? So let's create a CSS file, cascading style sheet, and I'm giving its name is a style, right? So this is the comment. So let's remove the comment, right? And here we will create. So let's first add our style.css to our DOM element, right? So the title is animate and this is the CSS file, external CSS file which we have added it here, and here we will create a login form, right? So we need to download animate.css file, right? And I will give you this link in a video description, so you can come here and download animate.css. So let's click download animate.css, right? So these are the code, right? This is the MIT license, it's a free, right? This is open source. Let's copy and let's copy animate and let's create a file animate.css, and you can give any name, right? But I'm giving animate.css, right? So this is the animate.css, and let's copy this code and paste inside our animate.css file, right? So let's save and let's close it. And this I have added anchor tag, right? So let's remove and let's drag and drop it here. This is the animate.css. So two files we have added to our HTML, right? And here I am creating my form, right? Form and action. You can give any action, but we are not putting any background data, backend data, so just action is blank, right? And method is post. You can give get and post, that's your choice, right? So here we will write code for the login form, right? So you can understand proper animate.css, right? Step by step we will see all the things. So div, and inside we have a h2 tag, and just put a heading level 2 and put the content is login, right? You can see, and let's run our project, right? You need to type localhost and your project name, and my project name is animate, and then you need to enter. So your project our project is running now, right? and this is a login, and we need to two fields right here, username and password, right? So let's div, and just close div, right? And here we will put the input type text, right? Input type text, and put it placeholder is username, right? This is the input fields for username and password. So let's copy this one and paste it here, right? And this is for password, and this change its placeholder is a password, right? And the last thing is we need to submit button, right? So input type submit, submit, and let's remove the placeholder from here, because input type submit button we don't have a placeholder, right? So value you can put it login, right? And you can give any class it here. I'm giving a submit btn, submit btn, right? You can give any class, right? And this is class. We can also give a class of form, and its a class name is also form, right? So let's refresh and see how our HTML looks like, right? So it's not look like this, right? So we need to add some CSS to make a nice login form, right? So let's write a code in style.css. So this is the body, and the body's background color we need to a CCC. So background CCC is the background color of the body, right? And next thing, we have a class of the form, and its name is the form. You can see this is the form class. So let's copy this name, right? And you can paste it here, and we will add some properties it here to make a nice login form. So its max width is 400 pixel, and its background is something white background, right? FFF, this is the hexadecimal code. Its padding is 20 pixel, right? And its border we want to 1 pixel solid, and its a border color. So border color you can give any color, but I have a specific color name DBDFE4, right? And margin, we want to do margin top and bottom is 50 pixel, and left and right is auto. So it means your form is automatically center, right? Like this, in our exactly like this form, right? So let's make a quick let's add some more properties. Box shadow is 3 pixel, 7 pixel, and 16 pixel, right? And 0 pixel, and here is the shadow color name, right? So it's a black color, right? Some less opacity, right? So it's look like this, right? Shadow is perfect. And also we will add a style to our heading level and input type, right? So we need to add some more properties it here. So let's scroll down and form, and inside we have a element which is a div, right? And it's a margin top. Margin top is something 20 pixel, right? So you can, let's refresh, and you can see both the input type text and password. In between margin we have a margin top is 20 pixel, and also div element, and inside we have a h2 heading level 2, and we need to, its margin top is minus 20 pixel. So our login heading, it's a little bit up, right? You can see, so it's look perfect. And the next thing we need to let's copy this selectors, right? I mean classes and elements, and inside we have input, and means input type text, passport, and submit button. And its margin, its padding is 20 pixel, and width is 90%, right? And margin is 0, right? and border is 1 pixel, I mean same border which we have given to form, right? So let's paste it here and let's refresh. So I think its padding is more, right? So we need to put it 10 pixel it here and let's refresh. So it's perfect, right? So let's styles to submit button, like I mean a BD submit BDN, which is a login button, right, which is this one. So let's copy and paste it here, and we have a class which is the submit BDN, right? So some properties we also we need to pay put it here of our submit button. So width is 100% and border is none, right? And also we need to put it's a background, and you can put any color, but I have a specific color, right? So this is the exactly a blue color, right, but little bit different to a blue, right? Its color is white and its font weight is bold, so it's look perfect, right, when you refresh, right? So it's look like our this one, right? So style we have a style all the things, right? So we need to use animate.css. You need to go to view on GitHub, right? So here we will put the classes, which is the place for pulse, swing, zelo. These classes we will put to our animation. I mean we need to put animation to our HTML form, and you can put any anywhere in your HTML content, right? So let's copy this animated, right? And we need to give this class to HTML, right? Element that we need to animate that element, right? So let's copy flip x and any name from animate.css, right? And you can see it's a flip x, right? So let's bounce in. So let's paste it bounce in, right? So this thing also we will see using a jQuery as well, right? So you don't need to uh, confuse about that, right? So it's animation, it's working fine actually, right? So this thing also we will see using jQuery, right? So we need to download a jQuery CDN, right? So here is the CDN links, jQuery CDN, and you need to 2.0, which is this one, minified, right, compressed file. So you need to copy this link and just paste uh, below above body closing tag, right? So this is the jQuery, and we need to put our own script tag it here, right, to put our own jQuery codes, right? So let's close the script tag, right? Script okay, let's copy paste and paste it here. So this is the script tag. We will write a code of our jQuery, right? So here we will select element, right? So let's put a dollar sign it here, and here is the selector name of our HTML, right? Selector name. So we will select a form. So form is our class, so we need to put a, this is the class, right? So form, so this is class, so you need to put dot and the form, right? And dot add class, right? So add class and class name. So let's control X from class, right? And in a single quotation you need to paste it here and semicolon, right? So let's refresh. I think it should have a problem, right? So what is the problem? We need to check what is the problem and where is the problem. Okay, okay, so let's right click and see the console, right? Inspect the element and console. So this is the syntax unexpected identifier, syntax error, right? So line number 25, which is this one, So we forgot to add a dot, right? So let's refresh and now it's working, right? So perfect. So let's put some more classes to see the it's working or not, right? So it's working, right? So let's put slide in, slide off, right? Let's copy and paste it here and let's refresh and you can see it's nice and perfect, right? It's a very I mean it's a perfect, right? So this is a swing and you can see it's a swing, right? So today we have a scene animate.css, right? If you have any questions and doubt you can write a comment, right? And please